We've just rounded the headland into Costa Rica. We're Brian and Emily, and thanks for joining us on the next leg of our 10,000-mile sailing journey from the eastern U.S. to Pacific Canada. We're just getting into Costa Rica. Already the weather looks different. There's clouds, the mountains are enormous.
Might be the biggest dolphin I've ever seen.
We landed in Golfito at Banana Bay Marina for some welcome rest and regrouping. There's safe moorage, internet access, a tasty restaurant, and helpful staff who, for an agent fee, assisted us with the customs and immigration process. Worth every penny. The accommodations are simple, but nice. Costa Rica is a world-renowned paradise with many rewards for the explorer. The wildlife and terrain are immensely diverse, both above and below the tide line. We didn't even scratch the surface of what Costa Rica has to offer, but we did see tons of birds, monkeys, and various sea life. To save on costs, we explored Golfito by foot or public transit. But remember your neck fan, because the pavement is hot enough to melt the rubber off your shoes. Knowing that Big Bear was safely docked, we did take a water taxi across the bay to Puerto Jimenez. To explore the Osa Peninsula, we splurged and traded our sea legs for pony legs. A collision of passions. Who says you can't bring your love of horses and sailing together?
Happy girl.
Golfito had just about everything we needed to reprovision and get decent fuel. We spent a week at Banana Bay Marina in Golfito. Can't say enough good things about it. Staff was amazing, the restaurant was delicious, and we got some great rest and grouping done. But we are stoked to travel up the coast here this next week, and we're rounding the Osa Peninsula now, which is the home of Corcovado National Park.
Dolphin cam.
I've never seen this much intact wilderness from the boat. You know, when we came up the Panama coast, it was very remote, which was awesome, but there was definitely still some evidence of people. Out here, it's just wilderness. Some of the last reserves, jaguars, ocelots in the world, you know? There's jaguars right there. They're in there. Like, what a difference if a country actually protects its natural resources, and then there are some left. It presents some logistical challenges of documentation. We need to check in and out with port captains of various locations along the coast.
Just hugging the coast here. If you're half mile off the shore, there's not a single bit of rain coming down. Amazing mahi sushi rolls for us.
We're adding mango on this round.
They're so freaking good.
It's getting saucy over here,
yes,
guys.
Killed it.
Crisis averted. We just went over a line, but saw it. There's some buoys. It's hard to imagine this could be legal.
Good looking out, Emily. I was down below. Emily saw it. So we actually got pulled to a stop as the line tightened up around our bow. At least a mile in that direction and at least a mile in this direction.
We can see the boat in the distance.
Hard to decide what to do. Thought I was gonna go around it, but realized it just goes on forever. So to not take half our day to try and go around this thing, I think we're going to cut it.
We were able to confirm with authorities that live baited long lines within 30 nautical miles from shore are in fact illegal.
It's so disruptive and it's so illegal most places, but if they just don't have the enforcement, the ocean's so big and a poor country just can't enforce a massive area on the water.
This is my favorite place we've been in Costa Rica so far. In beautiful Bahia Baena by the Refuge, Playa de Vivos. It's a beautiful morning. It's steaming up fast. Morning's pretty still, but all the better for swimming.
We really lucked out being in Costa Rica at the start of mango season.
Two of us fair-skinned gringos, the struggle in Central America with the heat is real.
Unless the AC was running, the boat would just get super hot. You either need to be underwater or in the tree shade. We headed to Kuru Wildlife Refuge to experience the jungle. If you can believe it, this is a forest of mango trees, all starting to ripen.
We're on our way from Bahia Baena to Playa del Coco. This is going to be about a 24-hour sail, and we're already encountering some things we were worried about. Probably not even a mile from shore, and there's already
Less than 1 mile from shore.
fishing lines out, long lines. It's going to be a little harrowing.
The nature of their catch is easier to catch with long lines along the coast. Billfish, sailfish, marlin, you name it. What's called bycatch, I think that's a horrible term for it because it's really things that you've killed that you weren't even going for. A lot of the bycatch, even if they wanted to keep it and try and make use of it, it's illegal to go back into port with it. A lot of bycatch just ends up being killed and dumped overboard. A law is only as good as its enforcement. You can make all kinds of fishing illegal, but if you don't have boats out on the water enforcing it, they just do whatever they want. And that seems to be a large part of what's going on here. Definitely relatively small operations that we're dealing with here, but they get to the point where offshore they have huge, giant tanker-sized ships that are just putting these long lines out for unlimited amount of miles. They lose them, they break, storms happen, and then that gear is just in the ocean, and it's easily one of the most destructive things that gets dumped in the ocean is fishing gear.
We're already at another one, like 5 minutes later.
I'm gonna pull the head sail in, we'll leave the main up, be able to creep up to it, into the wind, just the main up.
Okay.
We'll use the engine in idle, and as soon as I cut it,
It was time to dive into the logistics of routing to Acapulco, Mexico. We'd crossed the paths of both the Papagayo wind and the Tehuantepec or Tepec winds, phenomena where the wind from the Caribbean Sea and Gulf of Mexico funnel through lower elevations in the mountain chains. These powerful winds can be up to hurricane force at times.
We only have data for the first couple days of the trip. Fairly strict checkout process compared to other countries. Try and choose that exact day without having the weather data. It definitely makes it more difficult to choose that departure window.
the other consideration is that this is a stretch of coast with small boat fishing and a lot of illegal style fishing. So some of the bullshit that we've already experienced, especially if the waves get big, some of these small wooden boats can actually hide from the radar. If you're really far offshore, basically out of the range of a small boat with an outboard engine, it's much safer in that regards. So the advantage of going inshore, first off, is a few shorter miles, less fetch for waves, fetch being how much room the waves have to build up.
As the plan started to take shape, we were able to check out from Papagayo Marina on the Papagayo Peninsula. And it is fancy, like golf course and super yacht fancy. Thank goodness we were able to fuel up on our way in. One of these super yachts occupied the fuel dock for over 11 hours, requiring over 4 tankers full of fuel. The estimated cost was over $150,000.
There's a sailboat on. It's early. We're going to Mexico. It's a beautiful morning. I think I'll go outside and sail into Mexico.